Hey everybody, it's Professor Parish, and this week is going to be a little bit different for English 122. As you may have noticed in our resources, you don't have any book reading assignments this week. So it's a little different. Instead, we're going to kind of shake things up and have two videos to watch this week. This first video is the one you're watching right now, where I'm just going to do some housekeeping things for week 5 and kind of explain to you the assignments for this week. And then the other video you're going to watch is actually going to be about MLA, which we will talk about shortly. So on our page here, I'm going to go to our course content. I am in student mode, so I see everything that you all see. And for week 5, you'll notice we have 3 assignments. We have our fiction exam, our paper 1 Dropbox, and the discussion forum. So the discussion forum is no different than what we've been doing in the past. It is still, initial posts are due on Friday. Your peer responses are due by Sunday. I've had a couple of students ask what happens if they don't get to turn in the post by Friday. I dock 5 points off. That's pretty much the short answer, is that I do dock points if you submit it late. You can still submit your initial discussion forum post, on Saturday or Sunday, but I'm going to take 5 points off. And then if you have any grammar mistakes or anything like that, there's going to be more points taken off on top of it. So you might as well just post by Friday night. I've noticed a lot of you have just gotten the entire discussion forum done by Friday, and that's awesome. That makes my job easier grading and gives me plenty of time to get back to you all and respond. I'm totally fine with that. But the discussion forum is the same. These 2 assignments are what is new for this week. The first one that I'm going to talk about is our paper 1 Dropbox. Your paper number 1 about fiction is due by Sunday at 11:55 p.m. I will not grant you an extension on this, so I will go ahead and tell you that now. So I've had students in the past that were like, oh, I waited until 11:40 and tried to submit it and it didn't submit on time. Can I get an extension? No. This paper is pretty crucial. You can see it's out of 100 points. It's very important. So do not wait until the last minute to turn this assignment in, because I will not give you an extension and it will plummet your grade if you miss it. So please don't. Now, granted, most of you all had an outline and you've got some kind of framework for your paper, so you should be good to go. If for some reason you don't feel confident with paper 1, that's okay. You will get a chance to revise this paper, and I'm going to talk about that in the week 6 video, but you will get a chance to revise this paper. So if you are a perfectionist and the paper is not exactly where you want it, don't worry, you will get a chance to revise. It's okay. Just make sure that you submit it to the Dropbox by 11:55 p.m. Don't wait until 11:54, please. Just make sure that you submit it on time. All right? And how you submit it is just like we do any of our other Dropbox assignments. You'll upload the file from here, you'll choose the file, upload it from your computer, whatever, and then you'll submit it from there. And you only get one chance to submit it. So please make sure that you've labeled your paper well too. Make sure that you've labeled it final draft or something where you can find it on your computer fairly easy. And if you have questions, please let me know. Again, I'm only accepting rich text format, Word documents, or if you have .x, that's fine, or PDFs. I do not accept any of these other formats because I can't open them, especially now that I have a PC, so I definitely cannot open them. If you have questions about uploading, please let me know. So far, everybody has done a great job uploading their homework assignments to the Dropboxes, so I'm not concerned with it. Just please be aware, you have to submit this assignment on time. You can submit it early if you want. If you want to go ahead and get your paper submitted and out of the way, go for it. That's awesome. I can get it graded early and back to you, but just please don't be late on this assignment. It's your papers are very crucial because it's one giant mass of points. And if you miss that, it's not like the discussion forum where sometimes a student can say, oh, I missed a discussion forum, it's only 20 points. This is like 5 times that. So this would be like missing 5 discussion forums in a row. Don't do that. Please make sure you are submitting your paper on time by Sunday night. Okay? And I know I sound like I'm, ranting, but I've had a lot of students that missed it, and I felt kind of bad for them, but at the same time, I'm like, you all know this is Monday night, so you should know well ahead of time to get submitted. And see, there it is right there. Due. The other assignment is our fiction exam, so I'll just click that. This is our first test in this class. Your fiction exam, I will be honest with all of you, I was not a test taker in college. I didn't like exams. I'm not a test fan. I'd much rather write my answers out in like an essay format and explain myself than have to choose multiple choice. That's just me, but I'm not a big test taker. So my tests in this class are fairly short. You'll have a fiction exam, a poetry, and a drama exam. They are all worth 25 points, and then we'll have an MLA exam at the end of the semester before our final that's worth 25 points as well. So these are not high stakes assignments, but the test is set up a little different than our other assignments, so I wanted to go over it with you. So when you are ready to start the exam, you will click on this link. You will notice there is no time limit. You can spend as long as you want on this test, but you can only take it once. So I'll start my exam, and I'll pull it up, spoilers. You can see there's some multiple choice, there's some true false, there's some matching, and there's a couple short answer. When you get to this, if you click this gray button, you have submitted your exam and you are done. You can't go back at that point. You have submitted the test and there's nothing really that you can do to redo it. So only click this button at the bottom unless you are sure you are done. Now let's say you start up here at the top with number 1 and all of a sudden the phone rings and you've got to go to your friend's house and you're like, oh, I'm in the middle of this test. You can press this button up here that says Save Progress. Since it is not timed, you can save progress. It'll give you a little timestamp of when you saved it, and you can exit the exam. Now when you do this, you'll notice that you have taken it, but you've not submitted it. So this big blue box means that you've not turned it in yet, so it's not submitted. If you come back to your computer and you want to resume your exam, you just press this link here. And it'll take you right back to the test. And you can save your progress again if you have to and exit the exam. However many times you need to, you can save and come back to this test. Even if you log out, you just have to make sure that you clicked that save button at the top. Okay? Otherwise it won't save it for you. When you are done, you can either press this button here, or what I would do is go into this light blue link and double check all of my answers and then click submit. So that way you know it's all done. Okay? So the test shouldn't be very hard. It's only 13 questions. There are a variety of different styles. It is open book, obviously. I can't sit here as an online instructor and say, you there, online student, don't look at your book. Because, I mean, come on. It's a resource. You should use it. I will be honest with you, though. For this being a test with no time limit and open book, I very rarely have students get 100%. I can't explain it. I don't know if students just don't have the textbook, or if they don't want to take the time to look for the answers, or they don't want to go back to the PowerPoints or watch the lecture videos. I mean, you all have so many resources to go back and look over. But yeah, students rarely get 100%, and I wish that would change. So you have the lecture videos, you have your PowerPoints, you have your textbook, you don't have a time limit. You all should be getting 100% on this test. 100%. Because all your resources are there. Okay? On the multiple or the matching, be very careful. The matching, I'm limited on how many words I can use to describe things, so just read them carefully and you should be good. Alright? But that is the test. So going back to our assignments for this week, you just have those 3. There's not any new reading materials. We've pretty much read all we are going to read for fiction right now. So next week we start poetry, which I'm excited about. But how fitting that for Valentine's Day we'll be starting poetry. How fitting. I didn't plan that, honestly. I just now thought of that. But I am going to also post this week a video for MLA where I'm going to go over MLA and citations and give you all a nice refresher on how to do that. All right. So if you've watched this video and you're like, man, this was just a 10-minute video, hunker in because the MLA video is next, and it won't be too long, but it's not going to be 10 minutes. So good luck on the exam. Good luck with the discussion forum this week, and good luck submitting paper number 1. I'm really, really excited to read them all. This semester is one of those semesters where I looked at all of your theses and your outlines, and I'm like, this class has got it. As far as fiction goes, I am floored by how consistently excited I am for everyone's topic. And I can't wait to read your papers. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to post this link in our announcements and our resources, and that is also where I will post a link to our MLA video. I probably will put this video in our resources first, and then when I do a announcement, it'll have both this video and the MLA one, just so I'm not doing 2 announcements for the same week. Okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm excited to read your papers. Good luck, and I will see you all very shortly when we go over the MLA video.